Wondering how the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus 5G aged after a few months? To give you the TLDR, it has been a fine phone. Well, for a 20,000 peso phone, it better be. I've been using the Note 11 Pro Plus caseless. Yes, I do have the free transparent case inside the box, but I'm simply just a caseless user and prefer feeling every material part of a device. But that doesn't mean I'm a careless user. As much as possible, I try my best to keep scratches and dents from happening. Luckily, that has been the case. While I haven't been exactly a fan of squared phones from Redmi, ever since switching to the iPhone 13 Pro, the boxy and edgy design trend today has grown on me. The Note 11 Pro Plus basically feels similar to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's less premium in the hands, of course, given that this is still a mid-range device, but credit where credit is due. I enjoyed this new form factor. Sure, it's a bit bulky and hefty than curved phones, but I didn't mind it at all. In exchange for the added bulk, I'm more confident using this phone with one hand, without worrying that it might slip out of my hands at any moment as any curved smartphone would. If it's not obvious enough, this model I have is called Mysterious Black. In person, it's more of a grey color in a matte finish. While it still does carry fingerprint smudges, it's not as bad as the ones on the Redmi Note 11s of the same color and finish. And it's obviously not as bad as glossy phones. By the way, if you think having the fingerprint scanner on the power button is a big issue, it's not, at least for us right-handed users. It is extremely fast and accurate to unlock the phone. But recently I've switched to face unlock, which is, yes, less secure, but it's equally as fast and saves me the effort of picking up the phone just to take a glance. Another area where the Note 11 Pro Plus triumphs over the competition: charging speed. At 120 watts, it's so easy to get spoiled by lightning-quick chargers. Knowing that charging this phone will only require 15 to 20 minutes to fully charge basically removed my battery anxiety. I know that some of you might be worried about the lifespan of the battery of this phone, but I believe Redmi or Xiaomi has done its homework to protect the battery long term. And to be honest with you, even though if I degrade the battery of this phone to 90 or 80%, I still only need a few minutes to top up this phone. Oh, and one more thing, that 120 watts still works even when the battery is turned off. Now, being a user that's heavily into video consumption with some gaming on the side, the display of the Note 11 Pro Plus is just right for me. It's spacious and large at 6.67 inches, which made even the 13 Pro Max smaller by comparison. It's also using Super AMOLED, so it's brighter, colorful, and more efficient than a regular AMOLED. It's also 120Hz, so it's fast and smooth. What's more, it playbacks HDR10 on Netflix and YouTube. The only thing it's missing from more expensive phones is the additional settings to play around with the colors of the screen. For example, the display settings here only let you change the color temperature and choose from 3 presets, unlike the Poco F3, which unlocks the options for sRGB, DCI-P3, and whatnot. However, the vivid color scheme never left me wanting to tweak the display setting, as the quality is great already out of the box. So far, my comments about this phone are on the upside, but 2 things felt to me like need more improvement. That would be the performance in cameras. Okay, so first, the performance. The Note 11 Pro Plus is running on Dimensity 920. Let's face it, it's not as good as the Snapdragon 870, however, it's not a bad chip per se. And when it came to the easiest tasks, the Dimensity 920 would crush it. Gaming? No problem. I can even play Ni no Kuni at a steady 50 frames at high settings. But if you play Mobile Legends and looking to take advantage of higher frame rates, the game is still capped at 60 frames. My place of concern has something to do more with the software. The Note 11 Pro Plus runs on MIUI 12.5 out of the box, based on Android 11. My model has yet to receive version 13, but Redmi has already started rolling out the updates starting in the European regions. I'm not expecting huge changes once 13 arrives on this phone, but at the very least I want to see slightly more polished software. For example, I would like to see a more fluid scrolling experience when video autoplay is turned on. I had to turn off that feature for each social media app I have just to eliminate or reduce the small stutters in the UI. Installing a third-party launcher does make the UI significantly smoother, but you're forced to use the nav button simply because MIUI doesn't support gestures on third-party launchers. And so far, I'm receiving Messenger notifications on time. But for the rest of the apps, MIUI still struggles to deliver them on time. Oh, and if you're expecting the fancy Super Wallpapers feature from Xiaomi, that's not available here. I know that's reserved for the higher end models, but it's weird to see a phone that has Pro and Plus in its name but misses out on a high end feature. Now for the cameras. For the majority of my photos, I'm satisfied with the quality. The sharpness is there. The HDR is there. I mean, it's easy to get excellent looking photos with this phone. But there are times when photos would just look smudgy, soft, and cartoony to my eyes. One thing I noticed is that auto mode tends to use high ISO even when a room is not even that dark. In photography, having a high ISO makes the subject brighter but introduces more noise and less detail to the image. I think that's what's happening here. As soon as you point the cameras to a not so bright surface, the ISO will compensate for a brighter look. Videos on the other hand are just fine. You can even vlog with this phone since the selfie camera supports stabilization. I still do wish there was 4K stabilization, but weirdly, it's a bit easier to get steady 4K footage with hands over other phones with the same set of features and conditions. So overall, the Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, it's a good phone. Usually you would pay more for a better camera or display, but in this case you are now paying more for the convenience of having a very fast charger. Yes, it does have a 108 megapixel camera, but that doesn't make it the best option for photos and videos. I still think at this price point, the Realme 9 Pro Plus is the better option when it comes to photo quality. But if you have to buy this phone, you better be paying for the convenience. That's it. Drop a like or sub if you like supporting the channel. As always, until the next one, stay safe.